Hey, I have figured out how many pages I do. Each thing, every video I do of this, I do 3 chapters. I can't pronounce 3 properly. I can't do my T and H. You know, I can do like there and stuff. But I can't say like third and stuff. Not third, 3. I can't say that properly. Like 3. For some reason I can't say that. Okay, now this is chapter 4. I'm gonna read 3 chapters, go up to 7. Chapter 7. No. We're gonna read up to chapter 8 and then stop. Okay then. So, mean old Mr. Krupp is chapter 4. Do you see that old guy looking out the window up there? That's Mr. Krupp, the principal. Right there. Now, Mr. Krupp was the meanest, sourest old principal in the whole history of Jerome Horwitz Elementary School. It's very hard to pronounce. He hated laughter and singing. He hated the sound of children playing at break time. In fact, he hated children altogether. I still don't understand why he even works as a principal if he hates children. She's like, I get £200 for doing this. Ha ha! If you guess George and Harry, and guess which 2 children Miss Krupp hated most of all. If you guess George and Harold, you're right. Mr. Krupp hated George and Harold. He hated their pranks, and their wisecracks, He hated their silly attitudes and their constant giggling. And he especially hated those awful Captain Underpants books. Comic books, not just books, comic books. I'm going to get those boys one day, Mr. Krupp vowed. One day, very, very soon. It says there, Neil here. Looks like he's really stinky. Okay, chapter 5. One day, very, very soon. Remember when I said that George and Harold's silly streak got them into big trouble? Big trouble once? Well, this is the story of how it happened. And how some huge pranks and a little blackmail turned their principal into the coolest superhero of all time. Where did I get it to? Okay. It was the day of the big football game between the Horwitz Knuckleheads and the Stubbornville Stinkbirds. The stands were filled with fans. It says, there is the page, and it says here, see our Jerome Horwitz Elementary. See our big football game today. So next page. No, wait, that's not the next page. It must be stuff. What? Most of the time they change it. I'm really confused now. Maybe it shows them in a different page doing it. Let me just. Yeah, it does it. It does it. It's fine. They change the sign eventually. It says here, the cheerleaders ran out onto the field and shook their pom-poms over their head. A fine black dust drifted out of their pom-poms and settled all around them. Give me a K, shouted the cheerleader. K, repeated the fans. Give me an N, shouted the cheerleaders. N, repeated the fans. Give me an chew, sneezed the cheerleaders. Chew, repeated the fans. The cheerleaders sneezed and sneezed and sneezed some more. They couldn't stop sneezing. Hey, shouted the fan in the stand. Somebody sprinkled black pepper into the cheerleaders' pom-poms. I wonder who did that? Asked another fan. Oh, the thing's plug again. Soon the football teams took the field. The knuckleheads kicked the ball. Up went the ball. Up went the ball. If I do it down there. Wait. Wait. If I place the book here. Oh, you can sort of see the pictures, can't you? No, that's rubbish. Wait, where did I get to? Oh, I've done something wrong. I did that page instead of that page, so I'll just go onto this page and then read the next page again. The cheerleaders stumbled off the field, sneezing and dripping with mucus as the marching band members took their places. But when the band began to play, steady streams of bubbles went blowing out of their instruments. Bubbles were everywhere. Up and down the field, the marching band slipped and slid, leaving behind a thick trail of wet, bubbly foam. Hey, shouted the fan in the stand. Somebody poured bubble bath into the marching band's instruments. I wonder who did that, asked another fan. Soon the football teams took the field. The knuckleheads kicked the ball. Up went the ball. Higher and higher it went. The ball sailed into the clouds and kept right on going until nobody could see it anymore. Hey, shouted the fan in the stands. Somebody filled the game with helium ball. The game ball with helium. I wonder who did that, asked another fan. But the missing ball didn't make any difference because at that moment the knuckleheads were rolling around the field, scratching and itching like crazy. Hey, shouted the coach. Somebody replaced our deep heating muscle... Wait, what is it? Our deep heating muscle rub lotion with Mr. Prankster's extra scratchy itching cream. We wonder who did that, shouted the fans in the stands. The whole afternoon went on much the same way, with people shouting everything from, hey, somebody put sea monkeys in the lemonade, to, hey, somebody glued all the bathroom doors shut. Before long, most of the fans in the stands had got up and left. The big game had been forfeited, and everybody in the entire school was miserable. Picture! And on that billboard it said, boy, our feet smell. Bad, it says at the end. Everyone, that is, except for two giggling boys crouching in the shadows beneath the stands. Those were our best pranks yet, laughed Harold. Yep, chuckled George. They'll be hard to top, that's for sure. I just hope we don't get busted for this, said Harold. Don't worry, said George. We covered our tracks really well. There's no way we'll get busted. Chapter 6. Busted! I'm a really weird person. I am though. The next day at school, an announcement came over the loudspeakers. George and Harold! Yeah, that's why. George Beard and Harold Hutchkin, please report to Principal Krupp's office at once. Uh-oh, said Harold. I don't like the sound of that. Don't worry, said George. They can't prove anything. Not at all. They gotta find a way. I don't remember what the way was, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. Oh, I remember what the proof is now. George and Harold entered Principal Krupp's office and sat down on the chairs in front of the desk. The two boys had been in this office together countless times before, but this time was different. Mr. Krupp was smiling. As long as George and Harold had known Mr. Krupp, they'd never, ever seen him smile. Mr. Krupp knew something. I didn't see you boys at the big game yesterday, said Mr. Krupp. No, said George. We weren't feeling well. Yeah, Harold stammered nervously. We weren't home. Oh, that's too bad, said Principal Krupp. You boys missed a good game. George and Harold quickly glanced at each other, gulped, tried hard not to look guilty. Look Lucky for you, I have a videotape of the whole thing, Mr. Crook said. He turned on the television in the corner and pressed the play button on the VCR. Picture! Yeah. This page. A black and white image appeared on the TV screen. It was an overhead shot of George and Harold sprinkling pepper into the cheerleaders' pom-poms. Next came a shot of George and Harold pouring liquid bubble bath into the marching band's instruments. "How do you like the pre-game show?" asked Mr. Crook with a devilish grin. George eyed the television screen in terror. He couldn't answer. Harold's eyes were glued to the floor. He couldn't look. The tape went on and on, revealing all of George and Harold's behind-the-scenes antics. By now, both boys were eyeing the floor, squirming nervously and dripping with sweat. Mr. Crook turned off the TV. Picture? See, that's a picture of them putting in bubble bath into the tubers. And him looking devilish. Then looking at the floor. Paper. I'm never gonna finish this. After this last page, it's gonna be one last thing, and then we're gonna finish, and then go on to the next. No, wait. It is on 7. I do have to end it before 7 because 3 at 3 is. I'm an idiot. Okay. You know, he said, ever since you boys came to the school, it's been one prank after another. First you put dissected frogs in the salad at the parent-teacher banquet. Then you made it snow in the cafeteria. Then you rigged all the intercoms so they played Weird Al Yankovic songs full blast for 6 hours straight. For 4 long years, you two have been running amok in this school, and I've never been able to prove anything until now. Mr. Crook held the videotape in his hand. I took the liberty of installing tiny video surveillance cameras all around the school. I knew I'd catch you two in the act one day. I just didn't know it would be so easy. Okay, goodbye guys. I'm gonna have some theme music soon to put at the end of the video because this is boring at the end. Bye. I'm gonna decide some music to add to the end. Add it to the end of the next video. Okay, I'm gonna decide that. So see ya. I'll see you on chapter 7, chapter 8, and chapter 9. Bye.